You have big dreams. You can see yourself succeeding.
You imagine the life you want so clearly that it feels almost real.
But when it comes to actually doing the work, you freeze. You wait. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different.
And tomorrow comes, and you do the same thing all over again. You are not alone in this. There is a whole category of people who are exactly like you.
Ambitious but lazy. Full of ideas but stuck in place.
And the worst part is, you know you are capable of more. You just cannot seem to make yourself move.
This is not about being a bad person. This is about psychology.
This is about patterns in your brain that have been built over time. And the good news is that if something was built, it can be changed.
But first you need to understand what is actually happening inside your mind.
You need to see why you are the way you are. And then you need to decide if you are ready to do something about it. Let me paint a picture of what your life probably looks like right now. You wake up with good intentions. Today is the day you finally start.
Today you will work on that project. Today you will take the first step toward your goal. But then you check your phone. You scroll for a few minutes. Those few minutes turn into an hour. Before you know it, half the day is gone.
You tell yourself you will start after lunch. Lunch comes and goes. You feel tired. You feel unmotivated.
You tell yourself you will start tomorrow when you have more energy. At night, you lie in bed feeling guilty. You are disappointed in yourself.
You know you wasted another day.
You promise yourself that tomorrow will be different.
You make plans in your head. You feel motivated for a moment. But when tomorrow actually comes, the motivation is gone.
And you are back to scrolling, back to avoiding.
This pattern has been going on for months, maybe even years. And you are starting to wonder if you will ever change.
Here is what is happening in your brain. You are living in a constant state of conflict.
One part of you wants to achieve great things.
That part dreams big. That part sets goals. That part imagines success. But another part of you wants to avoid discomfort.
That part wants safety. That part wants ease. That part wants to protect you from failure and rejection and hard work. And right now, the part that wants comfort is winning.
Not because you are weak, but because your brain is designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure.
That is basic human psychology.
When you think about working on your goals, your brain sees it as a threat.
It sees effort. It sees uncertainty. It sees the possibility of failure.
And your brain does not like any of those things. So it offers you an easier option. Scroll on your phone, watch videos, play games. Your brain rewards you with a hit of dopamine. You feel a little better. And your brain learns that avoiding your goals makes you feel good. So it keeps encouraging you to avoid.
This is not laziness. This is survival mode.
Your brain thinks it is protecting you.
But here is the problem. While your brain is protecting you from short-term discomfort, it is also stealing your long-term happiness.
Every day you avoid your goals, you are building a habit of avoidance. Every day you choose comfort over action, you are teaching your brain that your dreams do not matter.
And every night when you lie in bed feeling guilty, you are reinforcing the belief that you are not good enough. You are creating a cycle that gets harder to break the longer it goes on.
Let me tell you what you are probably thinking right now. You are thinking that you are just not disciplined enough.
You are thinking that successful people have some special quality that you do not have. You are thinking that if you just had more motivation, everything would change.
But that is not how it works.
Motivation is a feeling. Feelings come and go.
You cannot build a life on motivation. You need something stronger. You need structure. You need systems.
You need to understand that discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you build, one small decision at a time. Here is another thing you are probably dealing with: perfectionism.
You have such a clear vision of what success looks like that anything less feels like failure. So you wait. You wait until you have the perfect plan. You wait until you feel ready.
You wait until conditions are ideal.
But perfect never comes. Ready never comes. Ideal never comes. And while you are waiting, life is passing you by.
Perfectionism is not about having high standards. Perfectionism is fear disguised as excellence.
It is your brain giving you an excuse to never start.
Because if you never start, you can never fail. Let me be honest with you about something. You are afraid. You are afraid that if you actually try, and it does not work out, you will have to face the truth. Maybe you are not as special as you thought.
Maybe your ideas are not as good as they seemed. Maybe you are not capable of the things you dream about.
That fear is paralyzing.
It is easier to stay in the fantasy.
It is easier to keep dreaming and planning and imagining without ever testing those dreams in the real world. Because as long as you do not try, you can still believe that you could succeed if you wanted to.
But deep down, you know that belief is hollow.
Here is what you need to understand. Failure is not the opposite of success.
Inaction is the opposite of success.
When you fail, you learn something. When you do nothing, you learn nothing. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you have even tried.
The difference is, they kept moving. They took imperfect action. They started before they felt ready. They built momentum through consistency, not through motivation. And that is what you need to do.
You need to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating momentum with the moment you have right now.
So how do you actually break this cycle?
How do you go from being someone who dreams to someone who does?
It starts with accepting a hard truth. You are not going to feel like doing it.
You are probably never going to wake up bursting with energy and excitement to work on hard things.
That is not how the brain works.
You are going to have to do it anyway. You are going to have to take action, even when you do not feel like it. Especially when you do not feel like it.
Because every time you take action despite the resistance, you are rewiring your brain.
You are teaching it that discomfort is not dangerous.
You are building the muscle of discipline.
Start small. Seriously. Pick one thing, one small thing that moves you toward your goal.